I've personally been doing some research on this, and I've now chatted with, close to 150 to 200 years worth of experience of people that sit in those seats over just the last couple of weeks, and we're still doing more. And the goal here is to understand the real challenges. Two of the biggest things is remote work. If you're a leader in tech, you're aware of this. But how do you tackle remote work? How do you get people to remain focused? How do you get them to show up to meetings on time every time? And when I'm talking about this, think about the reality of your day. If your day is 60 to 80% or more filled with meetings, I'm going to guess it's more than 80%. Most tech leaders sit in more than 80% of meetings. Think about all the minutes that are wasted from remote work of saying, hey, we're just going to wait for the meeting leader. We're just going to wait for a few more minutes until the last 1 to 2 people show up. So we're just waiting and we haven't started. And you do that enough times in a day, you just cost yourself 20 minutes to an hour of literally wasted time across 2, 3, 5 meetings that day or more. That's what happened to me when I was a consultant to senior execs in the federal government. We would spend time waiting, and sometimes we would jump meeting to meeting. And so we would be waiting 5 minutes or so for one. We'd jump to the next. 5 of the 7 people were there, but then we had to bring in 1 to 2 new people, and they weren't there yet. So we'd wait another 5 to 10 minutes, just chatting and trying to get a little bit of other work done, build some camaraderie. But at the end of the day, let's just cut it what it is. We potentially were wasting 30 minutes to an hour every day, 5 days a week, that we could have been actually trying to do our jobs if we just had more impactful meetings. So how do you do that? One of the ways that we're trying to address this is to teach people about high impact meetings. And what does this mean on boots on the ground? You should only have meetings to actually solve problems or hold people accountable, like high impact. What is the purpose of the meeting? The other thing that you need to be focused on is only have direct people that are a part of the problem and can help provide a solution or need to be aware of it in the meeting. I'll give you an example of what some leaders that I just was chatting with, what they're doing and why it's a problem. Maybe you have the same problem in your organization. When they get invited, when they personally, they're an SVP, when they invite the head of product, he already knows that product is going to invite the whole team of product to join the meeting, which is like 4 people. And I asked him, why? Why does he invite everybody? And he said, because the whole team has to be aware of what's happening, what's the latest. And I told him, that is a lack of communication and trust. And he's like, interesting. And then I said, what I mean by that is a head of product with that title should be with it enough to take some notes and disseminate information that is critical for his entire team. Is that part of the reason why you're paying him such good money? And he goes, you're not wrong, but it doesn't happen. So we have to live with the way that it is, and we have to solve problems, and we have to create solutions in tech. That's what we do is, build software and stuff. So we need everybody in the room that's possible. And then he said, it also goes with me that sometimes I will get invited and I'll go share to my subordinates, different people into the meeting. And I told him, why? If they don't need to be there. Why, if you're an SVP, does your manager need to be in the meeting if you can send him a quick note and say, this is what was discussed? Now, I'm not talking about the meetings that need the manager in, because the manager represents the team that's actually working on it. Don't think that I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you invite entire blanket of teams to join these meetings back to back, when they should be coding to do their job, when they should be actually sifting through the code and doing debugs, when they should be having feedback loops, when they should be working on their sprints to do whatever specific project that they're working on or story that they're currently. You could improve your productivity significantly by cutting out meetings. So what we created was, this is a snippet of what's coming up. We're going to be hosting a seminar, a 90-minute seminar, where we're going to teach effective corporate level communication, and then give you for about 30 minutes with specific jargon, barriers, obstacles, some data backing it, key challenges that we're experiencing and hearing about, and then 60 minutes of how to address it, actual applicability of what other leaders are currently doing and have done for the last 10 plus years to turn around entire organizations. And I mean turn them around in the sense of assuming a role that has 30 to 50 people on the team and trimming that team to 16 to 18 people and getting more work done with literally half the budget, because now people are actually using their time effectively and they're cutting out a lot of waste. Make no mistake, that's what every CFO wants. That's what you get preached to all the time as a leader in tech is you need to be able to do more with less. We want to help teach you how to do just that. You can and you should be, if you didn't waste so much time or your team didn't waste so much time with miscommunication and lack of communication strategy. So, another big one is this: the big key finding that we've been reported back to us in these interviews is lack of documentation. Oh my goodness. Or organization of documentation. If there is a team of people that do the job, somebody needs to write down how they did the job so other people can replicate it.